Okay, dear students, welcome. We are studying chapter 3, kinematics, in which you have studied the equations of motion, in which you have read equation number 1 and equation number 2. Equation number 1 is Vf is equal to Vi plus At, and equation number 2 is S is equal to Vit plus 1 upon 2 At square. These are the two equations. Now we will start with the third equation of motion, which is 2As is equal to Vf square minus Vi square. So we have to derive it. Likewise, when there is a derivation, there is a diagram. Please keep it in mind that whenever you are deriving something, you have to make diagram, then description of diagram, then calculation of equations or derivation of equations. Means derivation, diagram must, because diagram has 1 marks. Likewise, question is prove 2s is equal to Vf square minus Vi square, or prove third equation of motion. You must learn it, that this is third equation of motion. Now we draw the diagram. This is a body A. Its initial velocity is Vi and it moves and covers distance s with velocity Vf in time t. Acceleration A is produced. Why the acceleration is produced? Because velocity is changing in time t and it covers the distance s. So you can describe this diagram with the word consider, suppose or let. Now we will describe it by the word consider a body A is moving with velocity Vi. After time t, it becomes Vf. Acceleration A is produced and body covers distance s. So this is the description of this diagram. In front of you will ask, what is this? So this is your answer. This is the description. Now we have to calculate the distance. With this equation, you have read it in velocity. V is equal to s upon t. Then s is equal to V multiply t. T is denominator. When you will cross it, it will become numerator. So s is equal to V multiply t. We name it equation 1. Now according to the average velocity, you have studied. And I have told you that learn these equations. This equation, you have to learn it. V is equal to Vf plus Vi upon 2. Now, by putting the value of V in equation number 1, instead of V, you will substitute it by this value, because this is the value of V. So, S remains same and T remains same. So Vf plus Vi upon 2 multiply T. Now by the first equation of motion, Vf is equal to Vi plus At. Here you look up to here. This is the same as the equation 2. Now in the third equation, there is no time. Look at, there is no time. You have to remove it. Whenever you have to remove any content, you will put its value. So we will take its value from first equation of motion. Its value can be derived. Vf minus Vi is equal to At. Vi is positive. Now here it will become negative and T is multiplying with A. Now A will be divided with this Vf minus Vi and we will find the value of Vf minus Vi upon A. So it is the value of t. Now put this value in equation 2. This one is 2 because we have to remove t. Instead of t, we will write Vf minus Vi upon A. Look at. By putting the value of t in equation 2, we get S is equal to Vf plus Vi upon 2. Multiply, instead of t, you have written Vf minus Vi upon t. We know that this formula, this is the basic formula of algebra. A plus b into a minus b is equal to a square minus b square. So we will apply the formula here. This is a plus b and this one is a minus b. It becomes Vf square minus Vi square, and 2 will multiply with a. 2 will multiply with a. So we write a and multiply by 2. It becomes yes. It becomes 2a. 2 multiplied by a, so it becomes 2a. By cross multiplication, it will be multiplied with s. 2as is equal to Vf square minus Vi square. So this is the derivation of third equation. You have to learn it step by step. And one thing more, you have to write these wording also. If you want to get full marks, nobody will object you that and detect your mark. So you have to write this diagram so you can get full marks. Now next is motion under gravity. What is gravity? Gravity is the weight of the body. Gravity is the weight of the body. What is weight? The force exerted by the earth on the body towards its center is called weight. And weight is a gravity. Weight is a gravity. And gravity is a force. Those motions which are due to this force are called motion under gravity. You can define it, the motion of free falling bodies due to gravity or weight of the bodies is called motion under gravity. Now, because whenever you apply the force on the body, acceleration is produced according to the second law of motion. According to the Newton's second law of motion. So, by this force, acceleration is produced, which is known as gravitational acceleration. You can define it, the acceleration produced in the free falling bodies due to gravity or weight of the bodies is called gravitational acceleration. It is denoted by small g and its value is 9.8 meter per square or 10 meter per second square on the surface of the earth. You can write this unit ms minus 2 and it is also ms minus 2. This value is on the surface of the earth. So we come to the value of g. Value of g depends upon altitude of the body from the surface of the earth. As in this diagram, and you have to draw this diagram. In this diagram, this is earth, center of the earth, and this one is radius of the earth. If the body is on the surface of the earth, its value is 9.8 meter per second square. When body moves up equal to the radius of the earth, that is 6.4 multiplied 10 power 6 meter. When you will rise the body 6.4 into 10 raised to 6 meter, here the value of g becomes 1/4, which is approximately 2.545 meter per second square. So this is the value of g. It decreases with the increase of height of the body. When you will rise the body twice the radius of the earth. This one is equal to the radius of earth. This is twice the radius of earth, mean 12.8 into 10 raised to power 12, mean 2r, twice the radius. Body now reaches here, then the value of g will become 9.8 multiply 1 upon 9, 1/9, twice the radius of earth, value of g become 1/9. So it is almost 1.09 meter per second square. When you will rise it more, the value of g will become 0 and weight will also become 0. Therefore, when the bodies in the space, their weight is 0. So those are weightless because value of g is 0 because w is equal to mg and g is directly proportional to the weight of the body. Therefore, weight will become 0. Now, one thing more. When the bodies are moving up vertically, their value of g is negative. When the bodies moving downward vertically, their value of g is positive. Now, equations of motion for this vertical motion are gravitational motion. Vf is equal to Vi plus Gt. Instead of A, we will write G. And second equation, H is equal to Vit plus 1 upon 2 Gt square. Instead of S, that is height. Because it is vertical distance, so it is height. Third equation is 2Gh is equal to Vf square minus Vi square. So this one is third equation of motion. Okay, this is end of the chapter. Now you have to draw these diagrams as well as these descriptions. These are the notes for you. Okay, thank you. Next class we will study about numericals. Okay.